When an ongoing apocalyptic meteor shower forces the world's population underground, you awaken to find your mother gone. Alone in the Everdeep, drill your way down layer by layer and discover a hidden subterranean world. Everdeep Aurora has a very cool style and is inspired by 16-bit aesthetics. The game's color palette will actually shift from one location to the next, which I think will bring a ton of variety and freshness as you keep on exploring. In fact, every main character in the game even has their own palette. I don't know that I've ever seen this in a game before, but it's a very cool idea, having individual NPCs affect the color and mood of the game world, and even your inventory items and map. The game is a mix between a platformer with a drilling mechanic that lets you carve your own path, and an RPG with tons of weird characters to meet, who will sometimes give you optional side quests. As you descend, your decisions determine Shell's route through the depths, from secret caverns to sprawling underground dwellings. This block-based drilling mechanic reminds me a lot of SteamWorld Dig, which is a fantastic series for all you Metroidvania fans. And there are minigames, including a vending machine, a dice game, and my favorite, fishing. Everdeep Aurora has this cool mix of fantasy and some more advanced technology, which makes me very curious about what the world on the surface was like before this whole meteor shower thing. Was it super advanced and people were able to bring down some of this tech? Or maybe something a little more traditionally fantasy, and people have been down here so long that the tech has completely evolved according to their needs in this new environment. Watching this trailer just makes me super curious about all this stuff. Let's talk about that UI now. Might not be for everyone, but I love it. It's reminding me of shooters and ImSims from the 90s, the way that the screen is smaller to accommodate the UI rather than having it overlaid like most modern games. You've got your pretty standard health bar. Under that is some sort of log, which seems to have a description of the last item you picked up or interacted with. Then the items themselves in your inventory. Your drill is assigned to X and maybe a quest log to Y. Other than that, there are a lot of curious looking objects to collect in the game. My favorite is the fake mustache, which lets Shell go unnoticed when wearing it. Possibly the most important UI bit here is the map, which fills out pixel by pixel as you explore. But in some areas, all you get is a little red square indicating your location, so we'll probably have to buy or find a map for each area first in order to have something to fill out in the first place. This feature reminds me a lot of Hollow Knight, as does the kind of general vibe that Everdeep Aurora has. But what I love is that it's not trying to just be the next Hollow Knight, and it doesn't even have combat at all, as far as I can tell. Maybe some puzzle-based boss fights, but that doesn't seem to really be the focus here, and I always love games like this, all about exploration, weird characters, and world building. It definitely takes inspiration from Hollow Knight though, with this bench in the beginning of the trailer, these text descriptions, some of the character designs even. And this is a very good thing in my opinion. Everdeep Aurora is coming to Steam and Switch sometime next year, and is being developed by Nautilus Games in Madrid. Here's a little look into how they sketch out areas versus the final pixel art makeover. The overall style really stands out in a recent sea of retro-inspired pixel games, especially with the changing color palette. If you're into pixelated subterranean adventures, you should definitely have Animal Well on your radar too. This game also doesn't have direct combat, but will contain just as many interesting secrets and weird characters. Check it out here.